Yeah, I met Kwame Kilpatrick back when he first came to prison. It was like the early 2000s. And he came to state prison. We were at Oaks Correctional Facility. Now I was in Oaks and the population at Oaks, right? And one day they called me and said, "Hey, you got to call out to go see the inspector." So I was like, damn, the inspector, I'm trying to think like what I could have did because you're not going to see the inspector for nothing. So I was trying to figure out, damn, what could the inspector want with me, right? So I go see the inspector. She tell me that they've been watching me on camera in the kitchen because I work in the kitchen. And she said that they could see that I was always around this certain food stewardess. And so she was asking me like, what's up with you and this food stewardess? And I was like, nothing. I work there. She's my supervisor. Then they was like, but we got you and her going in the freezer and stuff like that. And I was like, well, I'm the baker. So I was like, I got to go in there and get my baking materials. And I was like, and sometimes she be needing me to come and help her get stuff out of there that's heavy that she needs some help with somebody carrying. You know what I'm saying? So they like, well, we going to investigate this. So they handcuffed me and took me and put me in segregation because they said I was pending investigation, pending something. It was somewhere. I forgot what the fuck, but pending some shit while they was investigating. So I am in segregation under a notice of intent. So I go to court. And the hearing officer throw it out. So they didn't just release me. I sat there once they took me back to my cell. I sat there, think till the next day. And then they came and told me to turn around and they handcuffed me and took me out of segregation and walked me over to the protection unit. And they put me in the protection unit. And I was like, man, why I'm coming in here? And they said that they didn't want me to go out into population yet because they were still trying to figure out what went down in the kitchen. So, all right. So, boom. So I'm in protection. I'm still seeing old girl. And then when they get off work and when they come to work, when we on the yard, they walking back to go to the kitchen. So I'm like hollering over there at the gate, blah, 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 right? So next thing I know, Kwame Kilpatrick riding. They come holler at me. My mans and them. They say, yeah, Kwame Kilpatrick just rode in. I say, well, go holler at him and tell him what's up and let him know if he need anything, we got him. And then, y'all holler at him, let him know, like he did holler at us if we need something. So they go around there and push up on Kwame and holler at him, like tell him that Mark Jones sent us to come holler at you. And they was like, if you need anything, let us know, man. Here go some cosmetics, some food, whatever, right? And they was like, if you smoke weed or cigarettes, you want to fuck one of these CO bitches, they was like, just let us know and we got you and shit. And then, so boom, they bust up. They come back, tell me, yeah, we hollered at the nigga. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, cool. So I wait a couple of days. Then I bump into him. Holler at him. What up, Kwame? My man, them told me they hollered at you, you know what I'm saying? I was like, you need anything, we got you, you know what I'm saying? So then me and Kwame got cool. We started walking the yard every day, me and Kwame politic, kicking big facts, you know what I'm saying? And I was telling them like, man, I be writing Jennifer Grant, huh? I was like, she be writing me, we be writing each other. He like, nah, man, you ain't writing her. I'm like, no, I'm writing her. He like, no, man, that's somebody else writing you. I said, well, they saying the bitch. And the letter coming from the governor office. He's like, well, it's some of her secretary. Somebody. He just wouldn't accept the fact that I was writing Jennifer Granholm, like really writing Jennifer Granholm. So then he tell me all the shit about how he had somebody writing letters for him, some old fake ass shit. But I'm like trying to tell him this is really this bitch though. Like I'm not writing no fake motherfucker. This is her. It ain't no secretary. This bitch. You know what I'm saying? So boom. And we gonna brush the shit on and off, right? Boom. We walk the yard every day. So he tell me one day they called him up front And they asked him, like, man, why is you walking the yard with him, man? Why is you hanging with him every day? And Kwame's like, shit, he a cool motherfucker. He all right. They're like, nah, you don't want to be hanging around him. Like, stop hanging around him. So the Kwame come back and tell me, like, man, they called me up front and asked me why I was walking the yard with you. And he was like, they were saying, man, he shouldn't be fucking with you. And I was like, straight up. He was like, yeah, but he was like, I see that they don't like you. I'm finna fuck with you every day now, you know what I'm saying? Because if they don't like you, then that means shit, you doing something right, you know? So I was like, yeah, so me and the nigga Kwame was stumping on the yard every day. And he was telling me about all the shit that he went through, right? And he told me how it all went down, you know what I'm saying? And he said that everything was straight until he started cutting all the motherfucking white motherfuckers out of them contracts. And you gotta remember, on the news, that's what they had. The controversy he was in before he got arrested was those contracts. Was that build infrastructure contract shit. Remember, and that was part of his indictment too, because they were saying that he was stealing money based on them infrastructure contracts, and that he was giving it to like his friends and his family and all this shit, and all this other shit was in that RICO shit. I can't remember exactly, but I know it had something to do with them infrastructure contracts. And he said that's when they went after him. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, yeah, okay, bet it up, you know? And then I was like, shit, you need to holler at that bitch Granholm. Cause I was trying to tell him, like, man, Granholm, cool motherfucker. I be writing this bitch. You know what I'm saying? I was like, you need to holler at this hoe and try to get that partner and get up out this motherfucker shit. You know what I'm saying? And he ain't want to do it. I was like, man, listen, that bitch will give you that partner shit and let you up out this bitch. You need to holler at that hoe. You know, like you the mayor, nigga. You supposed to be pulling your strings. You know people in prestigious and influential positions. Like, you know, real powerful people, man, in that politics shit. You supposed to be writing them off, like, get me up out this bitch. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, he the type of nigga, man, that think he know every motherfucker thing. You really can't tell Kwame shit. He really was thinking like he knew some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I used to be telling him, but we used to be chalking up game every day. And you know what I'm saying? I keep telling everybody, I'm the one who told him to write that book. And I'm the one who gave him the name of the book. The Fall and Rise and Redemption of Kwame Kilpatrick. I'm the one who gave him that name. And if y'all want to know where I got that name from, I got it from like, it was either a lecture or a book or something by the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. And I saw it, but I just changed it into Kwame Kilpatrick and, you know, might have reworded it a little, but it was like the Fall, Rise, and Redemption of Kwame Kilpatrick. You know what I'm saying? I'm the one who told that nigga to write that motherfucker book, you know? Now, you know, like real love, and if you a real motherfucker, he would have gave me a shout out by now. Even though I got a shout out in the book. In the book, he give a shout out to Mark X. Mark X is me. In his book that he give a shout out to. That's what I went by in prison, Mark X. But my name is Mark Jones. You know what I'm saying? And even now, while he out though, he could still like give me some kind of shout out, man, some kind of alley. Ooh, you know, he ain't really reaching out, pulling me up. You know what I'm saying? But it's all good. You know what I'm saying? You did give me a shout out in the book. You know what I'm saying? And you keep fucking with this other nigga, man, because you think that he really something, but I ain't gonna even speak on that shit. But yeah, that was my run in with Kwame Kilpatrick. I met the nigga when he first came to prison. I used to walk the yard with this nigga. You know what I'm saying? They called him up front, asked him why he was walking the yard with me. And he said because of that, he gonna hang with me every motherfucking day because he see that they didn't like. But Kwame was a cool motherfucker and a real motherfucker. And on that note, you know, I salute my nigga Kwame and stay up, homie, and keep your eye open. Peace.